entertainment Schmig.
Okay, let's start with Valentine's Day and Jimmy Fallon running down the list of pros and cons.
Pro, it's a day to spend with the one you love most of all. Con, or as Donald Trump calls that, me time. Really? I love you, me. Pro, you and your girlfriend's love story got featured on a TV show. Oh. Con, Dateline NBC. That's Pro, a romantic dinner will lead to fireworks in the bedroom. Ooh. Con, a Chipotle dinner will lead to fireworks in the bathroom. Be careful. Yeah, you make the choice. Yeah, it's your choice.
Just yesterday, Kevin talked about some alternatives for the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
And I kind of laughed at his list because it included Journey.
Well, it's the Bay Area. It would have made sense to have the band by the Bay be there. They had Carlos Santana do a little play-in for after halftime, but it would have been neat to see other bands like Train or Journey play at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so he mentioned Santana and Journey, and lo and behold, he wasn't the only one with the idea. Santana actually wrote a letter to the NFL and CBS, our parent company, on Facebook, saying they should have had him do the Super Bowl along with Steve Miller, Metallica, and Journey.
Wow, Kevin.
Metallica was actually there for a pre-Super Bowl event and kind of joked around about how they weren't invited with the hashtag too heavy for halftime. I don't know about Metallica for the halftime show.
No.
But Journey says they would have been there.
Yeah.
And Santana said you missed out on a great opportunity.
I mean, who's doing the lead singing for Journey? Is it that guy that they found online still?
Yeah,
Pineda from the
Philippines. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got an incredible voice. Steve Perry, by the way, is now down to 4'1", and he weighs 19 pounds. And he's got his belt almost up to the nipple line. He's gotten okay.
Liam Neeson dating someone famous. He said he's found love. He's dating again 7 years after losing his wife, Natasha Richardson. He hasn't said who he's dating, but a lot of people are saying it's Kristen Stewart. He's 62, she's 25, and one website said this rumor is based on almost nothing. Apparently, there's a restaurant in New York City, Tao NYC, and there were two famous people there on January 5th, Liam Neeson and Kristen Stewart. Don't know that they were dining together, but they both apparently had reservations there.
Because he did say she's very famous.
Yes.
I don't know how they're dating, and I don't know why they're dating, but I do know this. He must have a particular set of skills that a man of my stature don't have. And I will kill myself if he's dating Kristen Stewart.
I know, we're all so upset about it, but really, who cares?
I know. But I like him so
I do
much.
too.
I want him
Yeah.
to find somebody
Like
His age.
like Chris Everett. She's available, isn't she?
Who? Chris Everett? Where did that come from?
When her and Greg Norman broke up.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Everett.
Courtney, the matchmaker to the stars.
You heard it here first, St. Louis.
She is very famous.
Look for shorter acceptance speeches at the Oscars this year and stars not forgetting the people who made them who they are.
Great. This is a great idea.
The Oscars are putting scrolling text on screen where you can submit ahead of time a list of people that you want to make sure get thanked. That way,
You don't have to thank him.
not only does it cut down the acceptance speech time, but maybe it frees you up a little bit so you can get creative and have an inspiring acceptance speech as opposed to a laundry list of people. Seth Meyers last night joking around about what the stars will be getting at the Oscars.
This year's Oscars gift bag will reportedly contain a $300 credit towards personalized M&M candies, said Matthew McConaughey. Man, I can't wait to get some with my initials on it.
The 40 greatest TV villains of all time. This list's not published by TV Guide. No, it's your list maker, Rolling Stone. That's all they do anymore.
Yeah.
Number 1. Think of all the great villains.
Surprised Forbes didn't come up with this
Yeah,
one.
right.
No kidding.
All right.
Think of what?
Villains.
Number 1.
Gus
Number
from
1.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. Gus actually comes in at number 7.
Ooh, that was a good one.
What about
Newman.
Newman. Newman from Seinfeld comes in at number 16.
Oh, God, I don't even see him as a...
He's the...
I know.
King Joffrey from Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones, number 4.
God, who's the number 1? Lex Luthor.
Yeah, that's not the greatest.
I know, but I'm just saying, I don't know, who bad guys are.
Catwoman from Batman comes in at number 10. That's
All right, I'm
your
lost.
highest ranking.
All right,
All right,
give us top 5.
At least give us hint for number 1.
I'll give you the top 2 or the top 3 here. Livia Soprano
All right,
from
don't
The
give us the top
Sopranos.
5.
Wait, Livia Sopranos, number 3. Marlo Stanfield from The Wire, number 2. Number 1 was a show that we watched.
Lost. It
Yes.
was,
Ben.
Locke.
Ben Linus.
Yeah, Ben. Yeah.
Because Locke then became bad, remember?
Yeah.
He was creepy.
He was good.
Yeah, I was going to say, we watched it all, but Guy gave up at the end. He watched it for so long and then
I did.
refused to watch the finale.
Never saw it. Don't know how it ended. But I would like to know who number 4 and 5 are, because I asked him.
We said number 4 was Joffrey. Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
Joffrey, that's a giraffe to me. From Toys R Us. That's all I know.
And Bob
Jeffrey.
from...
Huh?
Isn't that Jeffrey?
It is Jeffrey.
Jeffrey was...
It's spelled with a G, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, Joffrey is J-O-F.
Yeah, you're thinking Joffrey Holder.
I'm not thinking of anybody. I'm thinking of the giraffe from the Toys R Us commercials.
And the ballet.
And the ballet.
And number 5 was Bob from Twin Peaks. That's exactly why I didn't do the top
Right.
5. Bob from Twin
She knows
Peaks and the
better.
argument over Jeffrey and Joffrey. I tried to avoid that whole thing.
You know, this whole thing bores me.